Welcome into episode 22 of the Ultimate Die League podcast. I'm your commissioner, Troy Costa, here with your co-host of the show, the co-commissioner, Brendan Schmerda DeAndre.
Gang.
And our special guest of the evening, we have two-time All-Star and All-Star champion, Michael Boretti.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah.
Champ.
Yes, sir.
MIP
Champ.
nominee,
Champ.
Michael Boretti.
What's up, fellas?
How we
What's
living?
good, my G? How you doing, fam?
Good to be back. Good to be back. A little
Yes,
happy,
sir.
you know, a little happy. Bad performance last time.
Big
but
first tourney, huh, Trigger?
Big
Huge.
tourney one, absolute wild, like one of the craziest tourneys we've had from many perspectives. Plunks were absolutely off the chains.
In
I don't think we've ever had so many plunks in a
How many
tourney.
was there?
7 or some
Six,
shit like
maybe
that?
6.
I don't know the number. That was off the top of my head, just like trying to like.
I could find out right now.
But there was so many plunks, and then we had 2
In the same.
in the finals by Kevin, bro. Shout out KD.
You sniped that 7 plunks.
7, right? Yeah,
That's a
I
lot,
felt like
man.
it was like 7. Yeah.
What was the
so-
record before? 5?
Maybe tourney 1 from these tourney 1s be bringing out the best of people's tosses. For some reason, you'd think the toss is rusty. No, these tourney 1s, people are plunking.
And last year was
Last year, I
windy.
think it was 6. Last year was just probably the record. Now it's 7.
6 and now 7.
That's a lot.
tourney
That's a lot.
ones.
And we've had
Let's go.
tourneys with 0 plunks. We've had a few
Oh,
tourneys
yeah,
with 0, a
definitely.
few with 1, a bunch with 2, but like 7 is everyone was on their game.
Plunks are rare, man. And, you know, to see 7 of them, that's insane.
And then
For
2
sure.
from one person. Same.
Facts.
Yeah, let's get into Kevin Torres. For those of you that weren't at the pod and maybe haven't even seen the Instagram yet, Kevin Denellen went absolutely super sane in that finals against
Facts.
Bigar and Umbi. Game 1, they're down 4-2. Kev steps back, plunk, splash, 4-4, tie game. Back and forth a little more. Now it's 6-6, I believe. Kev steps back, plunk, game over.
Bang.
Game 1,
Electric.
bang. That might have been a double bang. Even him himself, you see in the footage, he says, "Oh my God!" Like even that caught him off guard. Like, he was
Yo.
not expecting to plunk twice, and for the second one to be for the game in a finals.
Kevin looked like LeBron James in that game when he hit that layup on Dylan Brooks in OT when he was screaming.
Bro,
Kevin was like,
Kev was
like
in his
Super
bag.
Saiyan, bro.
I've
Literally.
never seen
balling.
a crazier. I mean, as hype as the crowd was, tourney 1 of last season for that Nick and Colin comeback, it had similar vibes. Like the energy was right there with that tourney.
Just because, like, we've never seen anything like that before.
Exactly.
It's like, it was just heightened because we never saw anything like that.
In the fucking
In the
finals,
in the
bro.
finals.
Never.
Oh my God.
Never. And they were coming out of the loser bracket. So, like, seeing them having that much energy in the finals is crazy, fam. It's just like you want to root for them, and then they start getting that momentum, and then it just like the crowd energy starts building up. Their energy starts building up. Like, it's like the whole yard was erupting in that finals, bro. It was
Tough
crazy.
to win, too, though.
It is tough to win
It
too.
is tough to win, too.
What people didn't know when they won that, as they were coming back in that game 1 and ended up winning, is that unlocked J.R. Harding's Bruce Buffer
Facts.
Bruce Buffer impersonation after the game 1 before game 2. For those of you that weren't there for that, we had our guy JR, the host
Yeah.
of the award show a couple years ago.
Shout out J.R.
And
Harden.
He
Yes,
did it
sir.
up. He did it up and heightened the vibes and had everyone locked in.
Yeah, man. Cousin Jay killed it, bro. I feel like JR just came to the yard and brought something that was never at a tourney. So now you guys know, you come to a tournament sometimes not knowing what to expect. Like, you expect, good performances on the die table, but y'all always get surprised with something. Like, here we are with JR doing the Bruce Buffer.
Just coming out of nowhere.
Everyone had their phones out. Like, people were bugging out. That shit
It
was
was
like
silent.
legit.
You couldn't hear
Legit.
a mouse other than him. It was that was one of my
That's so
favorite
funny.
parts of the tourney for sure.
His impersonations are fire.
And it's that he had it like skewed towards die. So instead of fighting, he said tossing.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was,
Come
dude,
on.
it was good. It was
That
on
shit is
point.
perfect.
It was
Yeah.
on point.
Facts.
So Kevin Torres, fantastic tourney. Shout out to them. They went 5-2 on the day. Their only 2 losses were the winners bracket finals and then that game 2 of the finals. Torres, 9 FIFAs. Right
9.
back. Did it again. Just what he did last season, tourney 1. 9
Damn.
FIFAs. Falls up, another 9. So
We gotta drug test JT's shoes.
bro.
Yeah.
It's not only
Definitely.
consistent, it's like accurate.
We
He
gotta
puts it
drug
where
test the
dice needs to
shoes,
be.
bro, and all the black Air Forces out there. Nah, just Lane guy think wears black Air Forces. We gotta test them. I don't know.
It's
man.
gonna be like so like awesome knowing you have a guy that can do that.
Facts.
Like
Insane.
if they can't miss. If they miss, it's a point for you guys.
It's nice to be Kev in that.
Oh yeah.
In that state because imagine that every time the opponent tosses the dice, you're like, I'm probably about to score right here, and not do much other than catch a dice.
It feels good too if you're having a game where y'all are making mistakes, and then you get a couple FIFAs, you're right back in that shit. So it's like they're never really out of it. If you think about it, if you can just really automatically kick a FIFA when someone bricks, you can get a 2-point swing off that shit. So.
And the way Kevin's throwing right now too.
Yeah, bro.
Not out of it.
I don't know.
We're gonna get into the performances of a lot of other teams from Tourney 1. But first, there's some rules that have been coming up that I feel like we should square away.
Okay.
The first one just comes down to refs in general. I think the biggest issue that we've had is all the opinions around the table when there's a play. So there's a play around the line. Everyone and their mother in the backyard has a different opinion of what happened, which is valid as they should. Everyone saw something, so everyone has something to say.
Definitely.
I'm thinking we're gonna have a new way to do it this moving forward. We're gonna have 2 refs set on every single game.
Boom.
Ahead of time. So like we'll know exactly who the 2 refs are. They'll raise their hand, they'll announce themselves as the refs beforehand, and those will be the 2 guys making the calls.
Can't watch anything but the game.
Yeah,
they have to be
anything but the game.
Facts, bro. Like 2 refs, 2 people who are gonna sit there and dead ass like pay attention to where the die's hitting.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like anything, like traps, anything. They're there for those calls so that you guys can have 2 opinions too, not just one opinion.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, and then Troy will tell you the rest.
Yeah, and we'll rotate the refs around. So obviously these guys aren't reffing all day. Like maybe, so everyone listening, you'll probably get asked to be a ref at some point in the day, maybe 2 games throughout the day. And just, we ask you to take it serious and just ref to the best of your ability. But basically, so the 2 refs are there. If there is a play that is controversial, we'll look at the refs. If the refs can agree on the same call, then boom, that is the call on the field. No arguments, no film. Both refs agree, boom, done. Now, if one ref, if the refs disagree and one saw short and one saw line, that's when we'll look at the phone. That's when we'll break out the phone angles, see if we can see it on the footage itself by zooming in and slowing it down.
So even if they both come to an agreement, you can't still be like, I want to check the film.
I mean, you can.
Okay.
But what we're trying to say is like you got 2 refs sitting there watching the line. If they both say it's line, I don't think anyone's gonna argue that shit.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you could. Yeah,
we're trying to do this so we could get away from people not thinking their game's reffed. I've had so many instances where like no one's reffing the game. So like when there's a line call, obviously the 2 teams are going to disagree because they're competing against each other. And they also don't have a great view of the line.
And they're asking people around
the table.
They're
on opposite sides of the table looking at one spot on the table. That's not fair. If you have 2 people across from each other looking at the same exact spot instead of different perspectives, they should be on the same page. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be hard to get a line call if you have 2 refs watching that shit.
Okay.
To answer your question, though,
I like it too.
But you can.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we'll give it one tourney, and if people are abusing it and still asking for reviews after the refs made a call and we find out that the call that the refs made is, in fact, what happened, we might have to come up with something like you get 1 challenge per tourney or game. I don't
like
know.
that.
But for now, we'll just move forward how it is. But
I just think that's going to make the games definitely more consistent. Like, I feel like all the time someone feels like they got, you know, maybe it was the same side and it was a line and they should have reviewed it, but they didn't. You know, now you have 2 refs who are gonna tell you like, nah, bro, like I
was staring at that
like
line
that was line.
The whole
I
time.
like that.
So now you don't have no doubt in your head after hearing that. You're like, all right, fuck, it's line. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
So I don't like the doubt of someone not having a ref because I hate where there's a game where there's no ref and people it's just up in the air.
They don't feel like obligated to just go watch the game. They could do whatever they want when they're not playing. So I like that now they're getting forced to be there and watch.
So it's just gonna make for you have to worry about less as a player now.
Yep.
Now I'll just worry about playing.
And even as spectators, we ask that if you're not one of the 2 official refs, whatever you saw, just keep it to yourself until maybe the refs disagree. Pull out the footage. You could throw in your 2 cents, but this will just keep everyone that's watching the games. They don't have to bother reffing or trying to pay attention to what happened because a lot of times they don't even have the best angle at it anyways.
I like it.
So we're moving on from refs. And when we go back in the footage and we still can't find it, then we would just go with a reshot or not a reshot if the scenario calls for it. You know what I mean? Whatever is fair to kind of just go back in time and restart. But I don't want to always say a retoss because in some cases it's not a retoss.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? Bodies. I want to make bodies a little more clear.
Yeah.
Bodies must be set with both feet planted and arms down. So that'll be the new way it's written in the rule books. Bodies must be set with both feet planted and arms down. Yep. So when the contact is made, you can make your toss, you can run up, but as the contact's actually happening with the player making contact, you have to have both feet set at that time.
Just like basketball.
Yep. And we can discuss the
we want to get away. We want to get away from people boxing out though. Mm-hmm. If you know what I'm trying to say, like a body should more or less be like a perfect screen.
Yeah. Okay.
It shouldn't be you, like Troy said, sticking your butt out, your arms out, trying to box someone out for a rebound.
Yeah.
Like that. Like we don't want to see you throwing people with your body. We want to see you blocking off their space so they don't have enough space to get to the die.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to cut them off from being able to track the die. You're not actually supposed to like push them and like and walk with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, we want good highlights, and if
we love the bodies
because
there hasn't been a lot of bad bodies, honestly. Like
I agree.
We just want to make that rule so that if it was to happen, we can go back to this rule and be like if someone is arguing over a body, now we can go to this rule like, well, this is how you're supposed to set the body. You feel me?
Yep.
So before, I feel like the rule wasn't really like detailed enough, right? So now the rule tells you how to set the body. So now people know, and going into the next tourney,
it's clear
that we're still gonna have the same plays because we didn't change much.
Yeah, and I think honestly, as great as many highlights as Commande has had with the ass stick out, I think we got to nip the ass stick out in the butt too. You got to just be feet planted, but like you can't do any sort of hip just motion to try to affect the play.
If your butt stuck out, like that got to be a position.
It's just it's a little dangerous when you're sticking out your hips last second at someone flying by. We just gotta. It's best to have you be a station as if you're a cone when they're walking by. You're a cone.
You don't want to move. Still. Get a nice stiff position.
Yeah. How about this one? We saw this actually happen for the first time in the Kevin Torres Pat Joe game. I'll describe what happened. Kev tossed it. Joe tossed it. Torres goes, Kev goes to fief it, and he fiefs it right onto Pat. Like he kicks it into Pat, who's just standing at the line, playing, like standing in his position. Kicks it onto Pat's chest, and it's headed right for the table now. So now Pat in his brain, he's like, oh shit, this is about to be off me, re-entry. So he reaches out to catch it and snags it at the same time that Torres is reaching out to try to catch his FIFA that Kevin had just kicked. Never seen this happen before.
Wow.
So we called it a reshot, but moving forward, a FIFA kick from the opposing team cannot harm you if it hits you. So Pat couldn't have been in the wrong there.
There we go.
If that hit Pat, that's fine. That can hit Pat and hit the table, no problem on Pat. So that is really Torres' play to reach forward and snag that dice because it couldn't have harmed Pat.
Okay.
I don't think we'll ever see it happen again, but now we have a rule for it.
No re-entry will be penalized
on another team's FIFA. Another team kicking cannot harm you.
If I kick the dice, I'm playing Troy, and I kick the dice off Troy. He is not penalized if he re-enters.
Okay.
Right.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not fair to Troy. And it's not fair for JT to lose the opportunity to catch his FIFA. Yep. So now that I like that. Shit's fire, bro. Fire. And I know you guys like that rule too because it makes for better offense.
It's not going to happen a lot, but
it's not going to happen
maybe
a lot.
Even ever.
But now next time you'll be able to catch that FIFA and I'll be banging. So
next time if Pat were to reach forward and try to catch that FIFA, it would be interference and Torres would be rewarded the point because Pat's in no position to be reaching for a dice.
Yep. Like that. It's a
Word.
rule.
Finally, for rules, not really a rule, but the Umbi Bigar incident from last tourney. A lot of you saw the video of the play versus Lange and J. Rich. They were insincere about the play that happened. They said that they caught the dice. The refs thought they saw a catch. It wasn't indeed a catch, and the film proved that pretty clearly. Thoughts on what you saw, Schmurder?
I don't have any thoughts that, I haven't expressed to players outside of the podcast. And, we'll have enough time to talk about that at the tournament. So as far as the podcast goes, like just getting it out there, I just like to say Umbi and Bigar, you guys, you took it on the chin. So you guys know that, with the UDL, we have a certain, level of integrity. And we don't really want to tarnish that with, plays that happened this past weekend. So we just want to get away from any type of play like that. We just don't want that kind of energy or like that kind of trickery to
we just got to help win. Like I was saying a couple times, not on the pod, but I've said it before. We don't have ESPN cameras, ESPN refs, official everything. So it's kind of up to us as players to help out as best we can in reffing your own game.
Just call it how it happened.
The big word is be honest. So we just want to get away from any type of play like that. So now everyone in the league, can see what the punishment would be for such actions. And it's not personal to Bigar or Umbi. Like I said, they took it in a respectful manner, and I appreciate, them for showing up to the tournaments, all this time. And, hopefully when they do return, we don't ever have to see a play like this happen again. I'm sure they're not going to, get into any like this stuff again, and we'll never bring it up.
Never have to talk about it again after this, ever again.
So we basically put it up to a vote for the league of what they think should be the course of action, and it was almost unanimous. The Bigar and Umbi are going to be held out of the next tourney, and the tourney that they won is vacated. So it's as if they went 0-0.
Rightfully so.
As if they went 0-0 on the tourney. Again, not a huge deal. They'll be back. They'll be back tourney 3 with a clean slate. Yeah. And like Schmurder was saying, they've took it on the chin. They've been nothing but genuine and regretful in their responses back, and
just put it behind us.
Yeah, so just let everyone else know at home, like Bigar and Umbi, they're ready. They know what they did. They're ready to come back, and it's never going to happen again. So
Umbi sent me a little thing he wanted me to read you guys. He says, "I take full responsibility for my actions along with the consequences. I let my competitiveness blind my integrity. It'll never happen again, and I apologize to all involved. Along with the suspension and penalties, I have decided to take care of J. Rich's and Lang's entry fees for the next 2 tourneys. Wow. I hope all the boys don't look at me any different, and we can all move forward."
Yeah.
We're not gonna look at him different.
Take Umbi's word for it, guys. All we can do is just, just
shit happens.
Move forward and just
put it behind us.
Keep getting this money, so we're not gonna worry about all that past stuff. We did what we had to do, and
they'll do their time tourney 2.
Yep.
They'll be back tourney 3, and it'll be like nothing happened.
And for everybody else, just call it how it happened.
Yep,
exactly.
If whatever happened, just call it how it went down.
Other highlights from the tourney, we had Lang and J. Rich with yet another elite tourney, 3rd place.
Those guys,
crazy.
They're so consistent.
They're so good.
They're so hard to beat. They really are.
Yeah.
They don't make mistakes. They just plug away. Every game they're in is at least 20 minutes. So that's all you need to know about how hard it is to beat them.
I mean, Lange and J. Rich are just a team. Like, I've been saying it. I don't know if I said it on the pod because I was only on like 1 pod recently, so I probably haven't gotten much to say. What did I miss, like a pod before that or 2?
Just one.
So me personally, Lange and J. Rich are still here. Like if you think that Lange and J. Rich, so all you Abington, I'm talking to Abington right now because it's mostly Abington. If you guys think Lange and J. Rich is done, you're bugging, fam.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the guys. All right. Lange and J. Rich have not shown a sign of weakness when it comes to making a finals. Maybe in the finals because we're so used to them going to the finals and fucking doing their job and winning that maybe seeing them lose in the finals may have some people at home like, oh, they're beatable. But guess what? Ling and J Rich is always going to be in the mix, and you know very well you don't want to draw them in the bracket.
I still think they're the top team, regardless of how they did. I still think they're the top team.
And it's not to take away from anyone else because our league is so great.
Yeah.
That you know we have a lot of other teams that are just as good as Ling and J Rich, obviously, right? I'm just saying Ling and J Rich are still up there. They're still up there.
They're still the ones to beat.
Yeah, they're still
the ones to beat.
For sure. You know you want to beat them.
Speaking of ones to beat, Rocco and Zill had another nice tourney.
Yep.
They came in 4th place. They went 4-2 on the day. Another, like I said, another great performance from Rocco and Zill. Big dubs all around the board. Rocco's Fief game was on. Zill's diving catches were on.
They played great.
They were in their bag.
Like very consistent defense.
Actually, Zill's FIFA game was on is another thing I'll add. Zill actually out FIFA'd Rocco in the tourney, which I don't think has happened.
What's the
with
numbers?
Them as partners. Zill had 3 Fiefs compared to Rocco's 2, so both were kicking the dice. And
if it's 3-2, I would just get on. I'm like going on a limb there and saying people are throwing same sides against them, I guess, because they don't want to.
Yeah, they don't
even want to risk that airball. Yo, Rocco and Zill, you tell me, like, did y'all even have chances to kick it? Because I'm finding it hard to believe that Rocco had 2 FIFAs on a day.
I would much rather miss short against them.
Right?
I would
right?
much
Is that what
rather
it is?
that.
Y'all must be scared to airball against them, so they're getting less opportunities. But the fact that Zill had more is very, very cool to see.
And it's showing that he's grown his game.
Because that could have been all 5 Rocco FIFAs. So
that'll be scary.
That Zill chipped in and kicked the FIFAs that went towards his side of the table goes to show that both of them can FIFA. So that's pretty scary for sure.
Absolutely. 5th place is a team that didn't pick up any placement points last year. How about Fab and Commande?
Fab and Commande got 5th place?
Came out with a 5th place tourney. Picked up a couple big wins early in the tourney. They were 2-0, cruising through the winners bracket.
Best story of the tournament.
I knew they were 2-0.
They did their thing. They had a nice performance.
Good shit.
What did they finish?
They finished 5th place.
Fire.
Good
shout out to
them.
Commande and Fabs. I've been saying that is a team that's scary. You got 2 vets, 2 pioneers of this die shit. They really been doing it for a long time. Like, they taught me how to play die.
Yeah,
so it's like...
And Fob taking time off and then just coming back. And
they both
didn't miss a beat.
It's like
he had
exactly.
3 Fiefs in the tournament.
They both had success in the league.
A lot of success.
So it's like you have 2 players who, outside of UDL and within UDL, are successful. So they are just great die players. Expect more greatness, for sure.
Joe and Pat. Another team that everyone loves to write off.
Solid.
Placement points yet again. 5th place for Joe and Pat. I mean, they just keep doing it.
Shout out Newton.
The Newton boys, they just keep getting it done. They show up.
They're good,
and they get playoff points every single tourney.
Yeah, that's a team you don't want to draw either.
You don't? I drew him first round. Pat plunked on me just like he did tourney 1 of last season.
This guy, man.
This dude, Pat, is just tough to beat. And Joe.
He's so good.
I mean, Joe is as fun. We say fundamental a lot, but Joe is as fundamental as it gets. He really doesn't make mistakes. We say that a lot too.
Yeah.
Joe, like, can't even stress it enough about Joe. The kid
Rookie
doesn't
of the
mess
year,
up.
baby.
Rookie of the year.
I feel like Joe and Pat are a team that people sleep on because they were new.
Yes.
But now that this is their 2nd season, they're not rookies anymore. So you cannot just sit back and sleep on Joe. I don't think Joe and Pat is slept on this season. I mean, I feel like everyone knows what it is.
Oh, I think they're going to get a championship.
I feel like everybody knows what the fuck it is.
They're good.
Yeah, for sure.
It was nice to see Roach and Fennell get one last ride together as a squad.
Yeah.
We know Roach is moving on to play with Cam, but Cam couldn't play tourney 1. So Roach and Fennell got one last tourney together. And the Fiefs were on for Fennell yet again. 3 Fiefas in only 3 games.
Shout out Griff and shout out Roach. I feel like this was cool to watch because I didn't know. So, like, Troy tells me, like, yo, Cam isn't coming to the first tournament. But I didn't think off the top of my head that Roach would run it with Fennell.
Yeah, me either.
Because I thought maybe Fennell...
His partner wasn't around that tourney, too. So
I thought maybe Fennell wouldn't even have had a... You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't... How does that work out? I don't know, but it's cool as shit to see that they weren't thinking of even running a tourney together this year, and they did. And they scored a point, right?
But they get 6th place?
I mean, everyone after that only got 1 dub on the day, but they picked up a big win over I forget who it was, but they played well. They just had a couple. They had a controversial ending according to Roger, but yeah, I mean, it was cool to see them playing together. They had a tough draw. I think they got Langa Zill and maybe Rocco. I think they got Langa, J-Rich, and Rocco Zill. Those were the two. I just want to
comment on the game you were talking about. That game was it was a very good game. Like both teams, Rocco, Zill, and Roach and Griff definitely deserve a shout out for that game because that was a very
battle. That was one of the best games of the day.
That was a very controversial ass game. Like
just a couple line calls.
Okay.
It's just some competitive shit.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't.
So it's just that there was a couple
stuff
replays
that two refs will
online.
I don't know. You know
but I would just like to give them props for sticking it through all that controversy and still playing die too, because I feel like that could knock you off. And that game, I'm pretty sure went OT. So it's like, yeah, like that was a great game.
I'm pretty excited to watch Roach and Cam play. I don't know about you
guys.
I'm super excited for that.
I am too.
That's gonna be unreal.
Yeah.
Debut tourney for Brandon and Reno playing as partners.
Love it.
In a regular season
Shout
tourney.
out Reno.
We've obviously seen them have success in the Rising Stars. They played together. Got their first win. They actually beat D-Hall and Kearney in a big battle.
Woo!
So yeah, Brandon and Reno.
That plunk celly.
That was one of the coldest cellies I've ever seen.
Nasty.
How do you not have emotion after plunking? I can't help but scream and pump my fist.
Reno was freaking out.
Yeah, Brandon just stood there. If you haven't seen that, go watch the recap video. Watch Brandon's reaction after his plunk.
Ice cold.
Yeah,
it was like Dame Lillard.
Reno and Brandon are a team that definitely, when they get it going, you guys are gonna see this season. When they get it going, they're very hard.
That's my biggest sleeper
down,
team.
So
this season,
I'm saying, yeah, for sure. I mean, like
they're both incredible.
They're both players who, probably don't get enough credit. Now they're teamed up with each other, and it's about to be a good year for them. I'm saying, like, I see it.
Yeah, they play in the backyard too, getting some passes together. So
to get reps.
Yep,
good team, man.
How about my guy
Brandon?
How about my guy Boretti and his partner JT? Finally picked up their first win as a team.
Yeah,
how'd that feel to get that dub?
So I thought like it was gonna. It felt great. First off, it felt great. It felt great. But then the first game versus D.L. and Kearney, we had it in the bag. But Kearney made some of the best plays I've ever seen any die player make.
Usually, 3
of the top 5 plays of the tourney was in that one game from Kearney alone. It was insane. We lost that one. That was a close one. We got our first win. Happy about that. And then of course, we draw Rocco and Zill.
Yeah.
So it's like, God damn it. It's like, God
in the losers bracket.
Exactly.
Like, why are you here?
To go,
what are you doing down here?
Exactly. So it's like, come on, man. But, it's only up from there.
Absolutely.
Only up from there.
And I feel like, bro, UDL, it's just that, like, I don't know about you, but, like, I know how good I'm going to be that day when I wake up.
Really?
Like, bro, some days I wake up and I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like let's go. Like,
do you guys have a routine?
Like, I feel good. But some days I wake up, maybe I'm a little hungover. Maybe I didn't eat breakfast. Maybe I didn't do that. Maybe I smoked too much. And, like, I just know I'm not focused. Maybe I'm too busy thinking about setting shit up. But, like, I feel like once you have that day, like, when you walk into the gym, you're like, yo, I'm finna drop 30 today.
yeah.
Like, once you have that day where you wake up confident,
I do that every day, but then I go 0-2 or 1-2. It's like, God damn it, man.
So just keep it going.
God damn it.
But I feel like it's like some people, it's your day, and some people, you have to play that person where it was his day.
Do you guys have a routine every Saturday? Like,
nah.
That day you just wake up and you're like, all right, we're going to go there?
Wake up. I'd be doing all sorts of shit, so I don't really have time to
That's
think.
true. Yeah, that's true.
The routine is get there on time. Get there early. Let's try to beat everyone today. That's the fucking. I guess that's the goal. There's no way to get there.
It's impossible to beat everyone. We'll be there 20 minutes early. The whole tourney's already there.
I don't know how y'all are there either. Like, fuck. Well, okay.
You guys impressed me, tourney one. I'm not gonna lie. We were like 20, 30 early. I'm like, we're gonna be the first people here. Nope, it's half the tourney here.
Thank you though.
We love that.
I love it, bro.
Love that.
Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get us there earlier. So
it was funny. We talked D-Hall and Kearney last pod
about
how they fixed their one issue of their chemistry. And then I think they had possibly their biggest.
They were freaking out.
They had their biggest blow up ever as a
funny.
team
Oh my God.
after tourney one, to the point where I'm not even sure their partnership is now in question. I don't even know if they're playing for the season tourney
I can't
two.
do this shit right now.
But,
I didn't
mean-
know he was gonna bring this up.
Well, yeah, I mean, D-Hall and Kearney is the next team on my list, and that's the storyline for them from the tourney. They had a blow up finally. Like they were arguing about who had the worst tourney, who was bad in this one, who was bad in this one, and I mean, I was watching their games. They both played solid dice all
But
day.
all right, answer the question though. Who had the worst tourney?
We're not
had to
doing
pick.
that.
I can't even answer
We're not
that.
doing
I
that
honestly
shit.
couldn't even answer
No.
that because they both played solid.
Let's
Their
not
stats
do
are
it.
very similar.
Oh,
They
one
both
and
had
two?
diving plays. They went 1 and 2. They got
Yeah.
the dub over you.
I would just say there was a lot of things said that can't be repeated on Apple Podcasts, bro. Like, I'm not even going to say what was said in that yard on this
So funny.
microphone. But if you
So
want to know
funny.
what was said, ask D-Hall and Kearney.
Yeah, they were mad.
Because, oh my God, bro, I'm really sitting there. Yo, Troy's eyes popped out of his socket, fam.
They were mad.
And he wasn't even around them. They were just screaming about it, right? So, like, I want to say screaming, but, like, Troy was, like, probably 8 feet away. But he could hear it, bro, and his eyes popped out of his, like, his face. He was like, whoa. Like, did I just hear that? And I'm like, wait, ain't no way.
Yeah.
And then it continues.
Yeah, they were angry.
Oh,
But,
it was like-
we can
yeah,
leave
it
it
was
at
good.
that. They were
But
not happy with each other.
But let's go like this, though.
Get it together, fellas.
Those are two great die players. I would hate to see them not want to run a tourney together because they have so much potential. They've almost been to the finals so many times. They get so
They're
close.
both so good.
So it's like, bro, it's like you guys individually are great players. And, you know, you've even had success together. So try to figure out, you know, as a team, what you could do better. Not what each other can do better individually. Let the other person do that on their own. You guys know you're both great die players and you're going to want to improve. So don't try to, like, pick at each other's specific skills. Try to get together as a team and have a common goal with each other that you guys can both help out to get to. And then, like, if you make a goal, then Kearney can say, D-Hall, I can improve this to get us to that goal. And then D-Hall can say, well, I can fix this to get to that goal. But if y'all can't do that with each other, it's going to be tough, bro. For sure.
Yeah, they're two
bro.
great players.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time for them. Hopefully they get past this bump, and I see them winning a title this
One
year.
tournament. It
Come
was
on.
first one of the season.
I just tried to give them some couples, what's that called? When
Therapy.
Some therapy. Yeah,
couples therapy real quick. You know what I mean? I got y'all. You know what I'm saying?
How about G baby Garrett returns, makes a big return,
Love it.
splashes a plunk in his
Love
first
it.
game back. I mean,
It's fucking, you know, fucking.
the fucking
fucking
Fiefs,
G-baby,
Fiefs
fucking
were on. The shot
motherfucking-
was on. He was plunking. He had 8. And for those fantasy fans out there, he had 18 fantasy points, and we didn't even play that many games.
Not
so
too
I
shabby.
mean, Garrett was in his bag. Shout out Garrett.
Yeah.
Quick other couple teams. Dave and Tom had the best tourney I've ever seen them play.
Facts.
Personally.
Definitely.
Particularly out of Tom. Tom was in
doing
his
Lighting it up.
bag.
Keep doing your thing.
MIP so far.
I
One
heard.
tourney
I
in.
heard early MIP
One
rumblings
tourney
in.
for Tom Cooper.
good.
Believe it
For
or
real.
not.
Tom Cooper looked good.
Tom Cooper could very much revolutionize. Is that how you say it? I'm not great at
That's a
speaking.
word.
Someone help me out
That
with
is
that.
a word.
That is a
I
word.
don't know
the
where you're
word?
going, but that's a word. Yeah.
The MIP award.
All right.
Transform it and
Because, like,
transcend it.
I feel like, not to take away from any MIPs, but all of our MIPs were, like, nasty. They're like quickly. It's like Kevin was nasty the first tournament when he won his MIP. And I'm just trying to think, like, yo, like, Tom's MIP mountain is so much bigger.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to make everyone think, like, yo, Tom is the greatest MIP. And I'm not trying to take away from the other MIPs.
I like that take.
I'm just saying Tom has a crazy mountain.
I like
and
that
if
take.
he gets there, that'll be nuts. That'll be nuts, bro. And you know what I'm saying? When he does get there, we can bring up the proof to prove to y'all what I'm saying. But it's opinionated. And I feel like all of our award winners in the past deserve that shit because they're nasty at die. I'm just saying Tom's
They took
MIP
Monday and
would
Fob.
look nuts.
They took Monday
To
and
OT.
Fob. Yeah, OT.
Oh,
What,
yeah.
what did
Yeah.
you guys? You guys played them, right?
Yeah, I think we got them 7-4, but they had us, I think, 4-2 at the start. So it was a good game.
Yeah, see,
Facts.
they're there.
Yep, they're right
Facts.
there. Yeah, and then finally Denny made another return and played well with Ty. Denny and Ty looked real good.
Yep.
My G.
They had some nice highlight plays.
Yeah.
Denny will be playing with Jay moving forward. So Jay, if you're listening to this and you didn't catch the recap,
That's a good team.
Go watch Denny's highlights. Denny had a
Facts.
nice couple highlights in there. So you got a nice season ahead of you, it looks like.
Facts. Denny's FIFA was on. He was making great catches. He was out there, bro. So I feel like Denny and Jay, I want to see that, bro. I'm very eager to see a couple of these players who weren't at our last turn ball out. This
Who's
weekend.
Ty's partner going to be?
Ty's with Liam. So that's
Oh,
another
yeah,
thing.
that's
Sky
a good
shot.
I'm excited to see
man.
Ty back with Liam. Ty
Sky
was
shot.
making his crazy defensive plays like he always does.
And we
Yeah.
got Cam and Roach. You know, we got Fennell and his new partner. You know,
Yeah, this next
so
tourney is going to look a little different.
It is. Big
Yeah.
time. Hey, let's look at
we're
this.
gonna have Troy and Alec.
Troy,
Oh,
yeah.
You know what I'm
We're
saying?
making our
Yeah, are
debut.
you excited
Like,
about
bro.
that? Let's go.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Let's
Like,
go.
we got
my
a
guy.
lot of shit that y'all ain't see last tourney. Nick and Colin, possibly. You feel me?
Oh, we're gonna see
Yeah.
Nicky Collins.
Like, bro, I'm just letting y'all know. Bring your A game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No
'Cause
rain.
The first tourney, I'm not taking away from it, but this tourney,
Is a
yeah,
beast.
bring your
Yeah, it's
shit.
a big one.
Be ready, bro. It's gonna be fire.
Quickly, the stats from tourney 1.
Yeah.
I'll list out the top 5 of each stat category.
Okay.
In points, Kev led the tourney in 21
Not
points.
surprising.
Langa right behind him, 18 points.
Of course.
Torres, 15 points.
Damn.
Rocco, 15 points. Mazzilli, 13 points.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Damn.
whoa. Time out. Rocco, Mazzilli, JT, and Kevin the top 5 in points.
Hell yeah.
And then there's Langa.
Damn, those are fucking 2 powerhouse teams,
Right.
man. That's a lot of damn scoring.
Where's J Rich in that?
Gosh.
Jay Rich was
Lee.
right under there. He had 12 points.
Okay.
Okay, that's a lot of scoring. Shout out the
Damn.
boys for putting their, Carmelo arm sleeve on.
And right under that is
The double arm
Kamande.
sleeves.
Kamande with 11 points.
Shout out Monday. I see you, boy. Yeah.
FIFA's kick
Okay.
to his Torres with 9 FIFAs on the tourney.
That's top 5 in kicks and points.
And then we had 6 people that had 3 FIFAs. We had Langa with 3, Zill
Langa,
with 3,
top 5, Zill,
Joe
both
with
top
3,
5s.
Fano with 3,
Joe.
Fabiano with
Zill,
3,
Fabi.
and Tom Cooper with 3.
Get
Top-
the hell out of
Alright,
here.
yo.
Let's go, Tom.
Let me tell you something,
Let's go,
Tom.
Tom.
Keep doing this, Tom. Please, bro. We need
Man.
this. We need it.
For
Wow.
plunks, we had Kev with obviously his 2 plunks.
Yeah.
We
One
had
game.
Incredible.
In one game. Mazzilli had a plunk. Fennell had a plunk.
Yeah.
Garrett had a plunk.
Yeah.
Brandon had a plunk.
Yeah.
And Pat had a plunk.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Crazy.
Yeah. And if you guys are listening to these names, a lot of these names are intertwined. Like, you got people with the plunk, and then he got FIFA, and then, you know what I'm saying? So
Pat's
these
so
players aren't just
consistent
one sided
with his
either.
plunks,
So
though.
they have a bunch of names on these lists.
Diving plays. Mazzilli led the tourney with 8 diving plays. Kearney right
Yeah.
behind him with 7.
Yeah.
How about this name? Riley Lang right there with 5 diving
Really?
plays.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Riley
Get dirty,
Lang.
baby.
He's starting to get dirty.
Okay, Lang.
Gotta do the laundry when he gets
Hall
home.
had 5. Kev had 4. Roach had 4.
Yeah.
A lot of dives.
Nice. We're missing Cam Green.
Yep.
And then DTs. Kev led the tourney with 3 DTs in one tourney.
2 in the finals.
2 in the finals. That's
With
right.
2 plunks.
2 plunks and two
My
DTs.
God,
That's the
bro.
best
Chill
performance
out,
I've ever
fam.
seen.
Oh my God. What do you get?
Best performance I've ever seen.
Like, give them a chance.
Pat also had 2 DTs. So on top of his plunk, he had a couple DTs. He was hard to
This
beat.
guy, dude.
Like, no wonder I didn't beat the kid. He fucking had all these uncatchable
Damn,
dice.
Pat.
And then finally, Roachy had a DT.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the stats. I think I want to finish the show with some award predictions out of Boretti.
Award
Let's
predictions.
get Boretti's official award predictions. These are early, so let's get your MIP to start. We've already been talking about it a
Oh
little.
yeah, I'm gonna just go with Tom. It's my guy. I'm just
love
gonna pick
it.
Tom because that's my boy. He's,
Nice.
he's up there so far. He looked great. So
I love it. What about the offensive player of the year?
I'm gonna go Kev this year. The
Yep,
way he was
he's off to a good
tossing.
start.
Yep, the way he was tossing so far.
Would you have said Kev before tourney 1?
No, I would have picked Lang.
Okay. What about Depoy?
I'm going Kearney after what I saw him do against me. Just not fair. I'm going Kearney.
That's valid. That's very valid. He's been knocking on the door at Depoy
He's
for
so
a couple
good.
of years.
So good defensively.
What about I guess we don't know enough rookies yet because we're still so early in the season. We're gonna have
Tom.
all sorts of rookies come in.
Tom.
Tom is not a rookie. Tom is for sure a second-year player. Otherwise, he wouldn't be getting MIP.
Yeah.
All right, final award is MVP.
I'm going to go Kev. Because I think he's going to be just as consistent as he's been. And they looked incredible. So I'm going to pick Kev. Shout out Kev.
And then we got FIFA champ. FIFA king.
Who's your FIFA king?
I think Rocco is going to wrap it up.
Rocco?
Yep.
Right.
Rocco.
Okay.
He's been knocking at the door for FIFA king for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I give out my picks?
Yeah.
And this was before the first tourney. Just to let y'all know, this note was written way before the tourney.
I can vouch.
So, defensive player of the year, Cam is good. Cam Green. I feel like he wants it so damn bad that he's going to get it.
It's a good pick.
He wants it so bad he's going to get it. You feel me? And not to say J. Rich can't get another one, but no one has ever had 3 defensive players of the year yet in UDL history. So, you know what I'm saying? Cam Green. Offensive player of the year, Rochi.
Okay.
Rochi cleans up his same sides. He's offensive player of the year.
Okay.
That's before seeing Kev go crazy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So if this was based off like recently biased, this shit would be kept down. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, I wrote down Rochi. For MVP, I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for this. Langa.
Wow.
That was my preseason. He's so good, man.
And the only reason why I'm saying Langa is, and you heard the stats today, he's always gonna do this shit.
Yeah.
For Langa to stop fucking playing good, he has to not come.
And now he's in diving plays.
You know what I'm saying? Pause. MIP, I know a lot of people might not know this name yet. You might have played him a couple times, but you might not hear it enough, is what I should say. Mark Carmi.
It's a good
Great
one.
Mark
pick.
Carmi is disgusting at die. Very fundamental. His toss is very solid. He's just a great die player, Mark Carmi. Comeback player of the year, I have Alec Niehoff, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if Alec returns to the level of play he was at 2 years ago, that's the easiest comeback player of the year that we could give out.
And that'd be a scary team, him and Troy.
And that'd be a scary team for
Tough
sure.
team.
And then FIFA King Rocco, just because he has the craziest boot I've seen in my life. The kid can kick it with his heel, his toe,
The side.
the side of the shoe, his ankle, and his.
Crazy.
I don't know. He can kick it with everything.
It's crazy.
Rocco.
It's a good list. Do
Yeah,
you have a comeback player of the year, Boretti? We kind of missed that one.
I would probably say Alec too.
I hope.
Yeah. I'd probably say
Facts,
Alec too.
man. Alec,
Let's go,
bro.
Alec.
That's huge.
But yeah, that was no Beat the Lang today. Kind of a short episode. We're on a time crunch a little bit. But we'll be back after the next tourney. Hopefully the weather clears up for Saturday.
No rain.
Yeah.
Right now we're looking at rain. We'll keep you posted. We're obviously going to do our best to reschedule the tourney. Probably towards the latter half of the year, if anything. So every tourney would just push up because we're already kind of booked throughout the next several months. But fingers crossed that there's no rain.
Facts. And, you know, if there is rain, like Troy said, don't worry about it because, you know what I'm saying, when the tourney's canceled, we're going to be able to make this make sense.
Rescheduled.
So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Not
saying?
canceled.
You guys just feel like, you know, just go with the flow. Act like the tourney's going to happen, and we'll let you know, if we have to, if anything else is going to happen. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head in the game like you're Troy Bolton. You feel me? Don't be betting on this rain, dog. Because then if the rain clears up,
It ain't raining.
you better be ready. So don't be betting on this rain. And thank you everyone who's been supporting us this far because I feel like, without your support, they wouldn't be a UDL. The UDL is for the players, you know what I'm saying? So the more love we get from you guys, the more word you spread to your friends to join the league, the bigger we're going to get and the better it's going to get. So shout out everyone who's been supporting us. You know what I'm
Tell your
saying?
friends.
Yeah, bro. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's facts. Brady, you got any last words?
Real quick, other than yourself, who do you think is going to win the next tournament?
Good question. I'm gonna go with Rocco Zill.
Okay.
Nick and Colin if they play.
Lang and J. Rich. Back at it.
Nick and Colin if they play. I think they're hungry. They haven't been here in a minute. They want to prove something to y'all.
Right. Well, you heard our predictions. I want you guys to text us or DM us who you think is gonna win. That's not you, so then we can actually come on the next pod and be like, "Yo, this person sniped it."
This person sniped it. If you think you got that snipe at home, boom, boom.
But yeah, that'll wrap up the pod. Final words from me is, like Shmerda said, thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting. We got all sorts of new shit coming. We got new content, new videos. Keep an eye on YouTube and Instagram because we are always working.
Yeah. Go bet on WinBet.
And yeah, grab WinBet. Make sure you grab that code. Hit me up for the code if you haven't already done that. And grab this free hotel room when you win next tourney.
Hell yeah, man.
Like Lang says, we will see you Saturday.
Boom.